All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave talking about real music and real weird stuff and current events and how it all relates to the world of music, and doing so in real time for few real people out there who remain just like you and just like me. You know, when I started this channel, I never thought that the whole real people thing would take on a new meaning. Maybe the real people that didn't go to CVS and Walgreens 5 times in the last 3 years. Maybe those are the real people who are awake to what is happening. So anyway, we lost another one yesterday. You know, I had put out a video about somebody 57 years old, iconic hard rock musician and sound tech, just gone. Okay, and everybody's like, oh, it's so sad. Nobody seems to care why it happened. Well, we lost the original drummer for Earth, Wind, and Fire, Fred White, who was an amazing drummer, played on the song September. Is that enough for you? September, you know, the 21st day, everybody sings it now. It's a big deal. The song has become kind of like EWF's Don't Stop Believin' to some degree, maybe not quite as big. He also played on Shining Star, which is another amazing song. Had a little conversation with a great patron on my channel about Earth, Wind, and Fire in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I have no problem with EWF being in the Hall of Fame. Just an absolutely groundbreaking force of nature, as Bill Champlin called them back in, I think, 2004, when Chicago and EWF were on tour together. Fred White has died at the age of 67 years old. And of course, no cause of death has been given. And Verdine White, it's either Verdine or Verdine, I think it's Verdine White, his brother and bandmate, Verdine White, announced on social media that White was found dead on New Year's morning, just found dead. It says here, our family is saddened today with the loss of an amazing, talented family member, our beloved Frederick Eugene Freddie White. He wrote, he joins our brothers Maurice, Monty, and Ronald in heaven and is now with the angels. Okay, and again, that's it. That's the article. That's all they give you. They don't say anything, gee, 67, that seems kind of young, cause of death, just woke up dead. It's going to be the new thing, woke up dead. Okay. Usually, and again, you're not awake when you're dead, but this seems to be, and folks, I am just baffled by the lack of humanity, and I say it more and more. People will reach out to me, and I'll say things like, I don't understand why the news media doesn't have an investigative team out there trying to get to the bottom of what is going on. Now, again, last night during Monday Night Football, there was an incident where a player was hit. He got up and then he collapsed. All right. Now, my wife happens to be in the medical field industry, however you want to look at it, and she does not work for a corporate hospital. She got out of that, thank goodness, because those people were just like dictators. And you follow the protocol. Yeah, you follow the protocol and you do this or you fired, you know? So anyway, she no longer does that, but she had an opinion on this that here's where I'm going here. A lot of times, if you've got something inside that becomes dislodged after an impact, that can cause heart attacks, strokes. It's a C word, and it's got 4 letters in it, okay? And you know what it is. And I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to avoid the censors here, but you know, it starts, and funny thing is it starts with a C and ends with a T. So It's not that four-letter word, okay? But it's another one, coincidentally. All right. But could be this, could be something else, right? And who's to say that this player went to Walgreens and CVS, and didn't the NFL have some kind of policy in place, and then they shamed like Aaron Rodgers because he didn't want to do it? I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think I saw Terry Bradshaw at one point just berating Aaron Rodgers for not being a team player, not getting on the bus to hell. Hey, how come he didn't want to board the bus to hell? You know, I don't know, Terry, maybe because he wants to live. Maybe that's why he decided to do what he did and took a stand. And I think he had a pretty good season and didn't miss any games. I don't know. I don't know all the details. I don't follow the NFL like I used to because, quite honestly, I'm not all that interested in sports. I'm hanging on to music, right? But I'm hanging on because all of these other things are going on and people are just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Rest in peace, man. You had a great run, 67. 67? 67. And we're just, rest in peace. Too bad, huh? Was a pretty good drummer. Pretty good drummer. How about, forget about the talent, just humanity, okay? I don't care if he's a janitor, right? People should be looking into what is happening. That's my whole point. I don't have any other points. I mean, again, you lose a great drummer. You got this NFL thing that happens on television. Everybody's watching it. People are sending, I don't watch Monday Night Football. I don't watch Thursday Night Football. I have one rule, and the rule is if Tom Brady and the Bucks get into the Super Bowl, I will watch the Super Bowl. And then I have to endure all those ridiculous commercials, all of these things advocating for things. I get the Bruce Springsteen Jeep commercial from a couple of years ago. That was such a joy to watch, and so many others. And even the so-called interesting commercials are hard to understand. I guess I'm just getting old, you know? I keep telling people, you know, I just don't have the tolerance I used to have for the things that I maybe once put up with or even enjoyed. It's like going to a concert. You want me to drive 3 hours, pay all this money to park, and then endure a 4-hour show or a 3-hour show, whatever, and then drive back. And then it's kind of like, you know, camping. Like, I don't do camping, right? I don't want to sleep in a tent with mosquitoes and various other creatures crawling around. I'm just too much into the creature comforts at this point. I like my house, and so I would prefer to sleep in my own bed. Anyway, folks, yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here. Does anybody care? Is anybody out there? This is like, it's a Pink Floyd song. Is there anybody out there? I don't know. I don't know anymore if there's anybody out there. I'm thinking that the people who are out there are the ones that are just consumers. They're just consuming, and oh yeah, as long as I can keep consuming and I can keep buying stuff, I'm happy. And, you know, got to get to the next sale over at, you know, whatever, Walgreens. I'm going to go to Walgreens for their sale. And while I'm there, I need to update, you know, my thing schedule. You know, I've got to go for number 4 and number 5. And thank goodness they have one now that deals with both of these crisis problems that are now out there. They're telling you, you know, hey, guess what's back this year? It's the thing that went away during the other thing. It just completely vanished, and now it's back. So now you have to do both. And guess what? The pharmaceutical companies, they're right there. They know in advance what to do for you, even before the latest thing comes along. Somehow, they've got a formulation that knows in advance what the last variant is going to do. It's just, I don't know. It's breathtaking, mind-blowing. Folks, death shouldn't become a pedantic thing. It shouldn't just be, oh, it's death. Okay, well, death happens. Yeah, death does happen. And it shouldn't be happening to 57-year-old sound techs who play guitar for overkill and anvil. It shouldn't happen to a 67-year-old man who played drums and was one of the finer, better drummers in the business for a long time. And, go down the list. I mean, you shouldn't have to watch a football game where somebody gets hit and then they get up and then they fall down. And because why? What happened to them? Well, you'll find out. The media will tell you the reason that is suitable, right? It's suitable for the narrative. Because again, if they do any journalism, like they have, investigative reporters out there, people might actually find out the truth. And then the horror. Now, again, the uptake of all of these new products that are being offered is much lower than 2 years ago when they dropped the cure, right? They said, this is all you need to do. Don't do anything. Don't do the Joe Rogan protocol. Just, this is it. And so, 2 years later, though, they've decided, at least the population at large, that, what, I did that already. I tried that. And yeah, I'm good, but thanks for persisting. Thanks for the PSA while I walk around in Walmart. That was really helpful because I don't know where the pharmacy is in Walmart. It might be in the front of the store somewhere. I walked in and thank goodness they have instructions on the intercom because I would have no idea what to do. When I hear that stuff, it makes me want to just bring my stuff to the self-checkout and get the heck out. And that's what I do. You might even see me there sometime if you live down in Southwest Florida, and make sure you say hi. All right. Because like-minded people, we have to stick together. Otherwise, we're all going to hang separately. Right. Was that Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson? Somebody said it. I don't even know. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'm trying to have kind of a sadistic sense of humor at this point, because again, I don't know what else to do. And the fact that people don't care, when I say people don't care, there are a lot of people who do care, but then there are people who are just like, dude, you're crazy. Get your tinfoil hat off, and go back to talking about, I don't know, Jonathan Cain and Neil Sean, because that's what you do best. You start talking all this crazy conspiracy theory stuff, and people are just like, all right, I'm done with this guy. He's just off his rocker and one of those people. He's one of those. Yeah, I'm going to continue to be one of those. So, there are other channels you can watch for, bunnies and cats falling off of tables and so forth. And it's good. It's good TV. It'll take your mind off of me. That's all right. I'm done, folks. Nothing else really to say. Hopefully nothing's going to happen today. Hopefully everybody is healthy and is eating right and is not following the protocol. Because if you follow the protocol, you could wind up like some of these people. Let's pray that it doesn't happen again. But my guess is it's probably going to happen again. All right. I'm done.